Oh, into here. That doesn't
Isn't it here? So welcome back. Today is a rainy day, but it's also a special day. And why is it a special day?
Because Dumpling turns 11 on the 11th of June, which is today.
Which is today. So, happy birthday, Dumpling. The next little while is most likely going to be a montage of whatever he wants to get up to, which at the moment is not sit with me.
See ya.
See you later, mate. Well, it's your birthday. You do what you want. But you want to look at us from there. Okay.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, it's your choice. It's your birthday. That is literally what he's doing right now. So on a totally unrelated note, nothing to do with Dumpling's birthday, I'm making some tuna pasta. Now this is something that my grandma used to make, dating back to when I was a little kid. And she taught me how to make it, and now I make it pretty much once a week. It has become a staple part of my diet, believe it or not. And it's one of these recipes that I've tried to change over the years, just make little changes to make it my own. But I always go back to the way that she made it, because it's so much better that way. Maybe one day I'll do a vlog on it and I'll actually teach you how to make the tuna pasta according to the Hewitt family recipe. But for now, you can have some nice B-roll of me making it. So once again, it's quite a rainy day here, but the fun continues because we've got another birthday to sort out. At the weekend, it's Lizzie's birthday. There she is.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hiya.
So, for Lizzie's birthday, we are doing a 1920s themed murder mystery, and a lot of preparation has gone into it.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking, people have been assigned their characters already. In fact, what has been sorted so far? So people have got the characters.
Yeah, we've got plenty of decorations to go up. People are buying costumes for it, and like, you know, the Flapper Girl headbands are quite popular, I'm sure, on Amazon right now.
Shares have gone up.
And what else? What have we got? Food's come in.
Yeah.
And I've tried to do a bit of a theme with the New York cheesecake, because it's American 20s New York kind of thing.
Yeah.
What else? Drinks, plenty of drinks.
Yeah.
And champagne glasses, that kind of thing. I don't know. Although I haven't got a costume. We talk about the drama of that.
Of course. So we still haven't sorted out a dress for Lizzie, and we went into town earlier and we tried to sort that out, but nothing immediately comes to mind.
No.
Believe it or not, it's quite hard to buy a 1920s themed dress. I'm all sorted because I've got a white suit that I bought from Next, and that cost me about 30 quid in the sale, and it's great. I wore it to one of my friend's wedding. How do I say that? I wore it to one of my friend's weddings? Is that grammatically correct? I wore it to a wedding that was my friend's.
Well, you'd hope you'd know him, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wore it to a wedding last year. There you go, that makes sense. And I'm having it dry cleaned at the moment because obviously it's a white suit, so I'm pretty sure I spilt some tea on me at some point at that wedding. That's being cleaned at the moment. I've also got this absolutely fantastic straw boater, which looks great with this outfit. I'll just go and grab it. So, this is what the straw boater looks like. Excellent. It's very kind of Dick Van Dyke look. I feel like I'm about to start tap dancing. But also...
You look like something very specific though with that on.
Really?
Maybe like, no, Poppins...
Yeah.
Van Dyke kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I need to read about my character. I'm pretty sure that I'm a Broadway producer, so I think this will work. This is probably not what Ed intended when he started Hamley Apparel.
No.
But yeah, get yourself a Hamley Apparel sweatshirt and a straw boater. It's a good look. So I've just finished writing my first ever tea break email. It feels really fun to be writing something like this that goes out every week to people who sign up. It's great, it's not something I've done for a very long time. Thank you so much to everyone who's signed up so far. I really appreciate your support. As you can imagine, the Tea Break Club is something that I've been working on for a very long time, so I'm so excited that it's finally out there. Of course, I'm going to leave the link in the description below, so if you've just found out about it, you can sign up below as well. But yeah, it's been a really exciting first week for the Tea Break Club, and I can't thank you enough. And of course, if you've already signed up, you can look forward to reading this on Monday morning. morning. Now this morning we're repeating ourselves a little bit as I'm heading into town to help David with an episode of That David podcast again. The difference is that this time it's actually a proper podcast. It's not the predictive podcast that we did last week. It's with his first guest. So this will make a nice change from prepping for the party. Also, I'm excited to meet his guest. I've heard a lot about her. But now, on a totally random tangent, I've had a song stuck in my head for the last week. And it's a really obscure track. It's one from the late 1960s. It was written by one of my favourite songwriters, Jimmy Webb. Now, I was first introduced to Jimmy Webb by one of my lecturers at university, and he told me to listen to a very specific album. He told me to listen to 10 easy pieces, and it's just basically a selection of his songs, but just him playing them on the piano, because Jimmy Webb wrote for a lot of people, including Glenn Campbell, Art Garfunkel, and someone else. I mean, Frank Sinatra did one of his songs, a song called Didn't We? And I instantly fell in love with all the songs that are on that record. I love By the Time I Get to Phoenix, I love Worst That Could Happen, but there was one song that stuck out from the others quite immediately, and that song was MacArthur Park. And it is a very strange song, and I didn't gel with it immediately. And every now and then I actually put that album on, and when it comes on, I finally stopped skipping past it, because I didn't immediately love it. And the strange thing about the song is that when you first listen to it, it appears to make no sense at all. There's lots of lyrics about cake being left out in the rain and people playing checkers, and yeah, it's quite 60s. It feels quite psychedelic, quite progressive, just generally quite odd. So anyway, for whatever reason, last week I decided to listen to it again. And I thought, what is this song actually about? So naturally, I googled it, as we all do in that scenario, and I read an article about it, and I read the Wikipedia page for the first time, and I think I listened to an interview with Jimmy Webb, and I never expected it to be this, but it's basically a breakup song. First of all, I urge you to listen to the song. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's all over the place. In fact, the original version was sung by Richard Harris. And yes, I am getting that right. That is Richard Harris, the one who played Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter films, and the Emperor Marcus Aurelius in Gladiator. He was the original recording artist on that track, which is strange to me. I was surprised to learn that it's actually a breakup song. And as soon as you know that, it actually makes sense. There's a fantastic section in the middle which really cements that. You'll know what I mean when you listen to it, but all the things that he's describing were things that he actually saw in MacArthur Park, which is a park near where his ex-girlfriend actually used to work, and they used to go to MacArthur Park together. And to me, it's just amazing, because it's like, it's something that a lot of people write songs about, it's quite a common theme, but on the surface, MacArthur Park seems to make absolutely no sense, but I think there's a pretty strong case for it being one of the best breakup songs of all time. It feels very honest, which is a strange thing to say about a song that doesn't make sense initially, but as soon as you know that's the meaning behind it, it's there. But yeah, I urge you to listen to it, because I haven't been able to get it out of my head since. I do like those songs where you have to spend a bit of time with it to really gel with it. There's definitely a reason why I hit play on MacArthur Park last week, after all this time. Always.
There he is.
Sense of deja vu.
Yeah. Only I were ready for you this time.
That's true. Also, I'm not that late. Maybe I'm exactly the same amount of late as I was last time. How amazing is this? I have arrived to find that David has got me a Biscoff cupcake from Dream Bakes. I mean, what's better than this? This is service with a smile. I mean, what else can you say?
Yeah, I'm a legend. What more?
There we go, David's a legend.
But I'm humble.
I will concede that, because these are incredible. What a great way to start the day. So David, who's the guest today?
The guest today is Michaela McDade, who is Miss Budget Beauty on YouTube. Super mega star in beauty, fashion, lifestyle, all that sort of stuff. And, plug, she's also an author and written her own book.
No way!
Which I've read from front to back
there you
in
go.
the space of hours.
There you go, not read it back to front then.
What did I say?
You said front to back, but it's just like, it's such a like,
I mean, you got to read it.
You could just say that you've read it, haven't you?
yeah. I've read the book. Like, definitely buy it on Amazon.
Amazing. So this podcast will be out on Monday, is that right?
17th of June on the That David Podcast YouTube channel.
Fantastic. So by the time that you're watching this, that will be 24 hours hence.
Yeah.
So tune in on Monday to this podcast. And that's where I'm going to leave you this week, actually. If I don't stop filming now, I won't be able to edit this in time for Sunday because of the party itself. So you'll be able to watch some of the murder mystery stuff in next week's vlog. So you can look forward to that. I know that's really confusing, but logistically getting this vlog sorted sometimes doesn't quite correlate with the things that are going on in my life. So there you go. But as always, thank you for watching. And tune in next week for some murder mystery fun. I honestly can't wait to get my costume on. But yes, I'll see you then.